Yeah! 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 Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another Tim and Katie vlog. Today is gonna be fascinating. The car has been packed and loaded with 4 bags to go for our 15-hour overnight road trip direct to our destination with very few stops. Not challenging enough, you might say. Well, never fear. We're expecting severe weather en route. That's why we have 3 of these. Why are we doing this, you might ask? Well, because we're celebrating 5 years married this summer in just a couple of days, and we couldn't swing Europe this summer, so we decided to do the next best thing. And we'll be hitting the road as soon as I do a quick costume change here, because where we're going, we don't need pants. Sorry, not pants, you need pants everywhere. It's a societal norm, but like shorts. We need shorts and not pants, like long pants. We're going to Florida. Check, check, check. Ready?
Ready.
I'm Tim.
I'm Katie.
And we do things like this.
It is approximately, we'll call it 7:15. Our first official stop, because we're not making we're not road tripping.
We're not going all the way to Florida in one shot. No bathroom breaks.
Yeah, we'll make some rest stops along the way. One of our goals for this trip is to finally make it to a Buc-ees.
A Buc-ees.
A Buc-ees.
Not necessarily the Buc-ees.
I don't know what the flagship Buc-ees store is, but we want to make it to a Buc-ees.
We have to go from the Baltimore area all the way down to Florida, Orlando area, Central Florida. So 95 is mostly a straight shot for most of the way. It's still, the whole trip should take about 15 hours.
Yeah.
We say 14 hours, but really it's not going to be that because we're going to stop.
With no stops. Usually on average, my family typically made it in 16.
I mean, we're driving overnight. The hope being that there's not going to be any traffic, or if there is traffic, it's not going to be like long, horrible traffic. It's going to be like the occasional fender bender. But
like we might be hitting, actually we shouldn't, because tomorrow is Saturday, so we shouldn't even hit like work traffic.
We're out of rush hour, we left in the evening.
We're currently mapping to the Buc-ees in Florence, South Carolina. If for whatever reason we're not feeling it when we get there, there is another one, I believe, in like St. Augustine. We did our research. They're supposed to be open 24 hours, so...
They are open 24 hours. We were wondering if the food was open 24 hours, like the hot food.
We do want to try like something.
You can get like a bag of chips anywhere.
Yeah.
But you can only get the nuggets that everyone raves about it. But
and the
brisket.
Barbecue and stuff. So we will see. We will see. We'll keep you updated. That's what this is for.
We'll do like hourly check-ins.
Yeah, we'll see. Our first update is, unfortunately, it started drizzling.
Yeah. Okay, so our first destination is going to be the Buc-ees in South Carolina. Our final destination, if you will, is going to be Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge. We are driving direct to Orlando into the Disney bubble. While in the Disney bubble and staying at Jumbo House in the Animal Kingdom Lodge, we'll be visiting 3 of the 4 Disney parks for sure, maybe all 4. We're not annual pass holders anymore, but we did buy like a combo ticket that will technically get us into all 4. The reason there's an asterisk on that last one is because we're also, while we're down here, visiting SeaWorld, Aquatica, Discovery Cove, and family. So we may or may not have time. And if one park has to be dropped, it's usually Hollywood Studios. So like, sorry to all the Star Wars fans, but we may not make it there. Having said that, we haven't done Disney content in like a while. I think the last time we did Disney content was Disneyland in tail end of 2022, beginning of 2023. Everything else we've done, like we've been to Disney since, but we never vlog because typically it doesn't get the traction that other kind of stuff does. So we'll see how this goes. This whole thing is kind of an experiment. Like, we've never done a road trip vlog before, so this on its own is something of an anomaly. It'll be interesting to see, number 1, if we make it through the night with our cups of coffee here, and number 2, if the vlog is any good when we're done.
It's our vacation anthem!
Early Ray! We made the castle! That's the castle, right? That's the one.
Sure is.
That's the one we're trying to get to?
That's the one we're trying to get to.
Is that Mickey at the top?
It sure is.
Virginia.
Well, you might not have been able to see that through the rain, but that was the Virginia is for lovers sign because we crossed into Virginia.
It's the biggest piece, I would argue,
I think
our journey.
North Carolina might be a little longer.
I don't know, man. I feel like Virginia lasts forever. I feel like Virginia is 75% of this trip.
I think North Carolina is like 6 hours, but Virginia might be close to that. Don't know.
Right now I might be a mess, but one day you're gonna wake up. I would just like to put it on the record that the GPS is telling us we must take the express lanes, and Katie is saying we should not take the express lanes because it's $5. And this is a callback to the Great Busch Gardens debacle of 24, which happened just a few short months ago, where I ignored the GPS thinking I knew better several times over when it told me to get off on an exit, only to find that there was major construction and we got stuck in for many, many hours. So, anything that happens now, totally Katie's fault.
I wanted to go on the record that the Busch Gardens debacle involved Google begging us to get off of, what was it, 95? I think it was 95.
It was 95.
It was Google begging us to get off of 95 before getting caught in a massive backup that added over an hour to our trip.
Yeah.
So I think
you don't know what a massive backup looks like until you're on top of it, though.
All I know is that Google begging us to get on the express lanes, fine. Google begging us to get off of 95 and onto Route 1 because it's like, you don't understand. The traffic is horrible.
Google,
it was terrible.
Not currently begging, but Google is very strongly encouraging us to get in the
Google's like, you want to save 5 minutes and add $5 to your trip budget? Get in the express lane. Update. Weather is not getting better.
Torrential downpours. But this is kind of just a warm-up for what Orlando is like.
We stopped at McDonald's for a potty stop and someone's trying to keep their streak.
The owl gets very passive-aggressive if you don't learn 4 Dutch words every day before midnight. I'm gonna get a nasty email on the road about how I don't know Dutch yet. Sprikt.
Sprikt.
Mushroom.
Mushrooms.
Just mushrooms.
Just mushrooms.
If you're in the market for mushrooms.
Yeah, this truck is literally just mushrooms.
It just says mushrooms
on
the side.
Mushrooms. What is this? Where is it going? Oh wait, Tojo mushrooms.
Wow, that doesn't tell me anything I didn't know before.
What is it?
It's still just mushrooms.
Still just mushrooms. More Tojo's mushrooms.
2 Tojo trucks.
Where are all these mushrooms going? Update, there's a 3rd mushroom truck.
3 Tojo trucks.
Tojo trucks.
Back to back
Full
to
of
back
mushrooms.
in a parade.
There's just, where are all these mushrooms going?
Tojo's got the market hold on mushrooms.
I really want to know where they're going.
Pit stop. Okay, so here's the deal. It is midnight on the nose. We are hunting for a bathroom. Unfortunately, the Shell station we chose does not have one. It should, but it doesn't because it's closed. So we're gonna keep hunting. However, we need to keep an eye on the time because at 4 o'clock in the morning, I believe, Buc-ee's stopped serving dinner foods, which include that famous barbecue brisket combo that we really wanted to try. Now, it does start serving breakfast, but we can get breakfast anytime. We'll be in Florida, so we'll see what happens. Should be getting there at 2:30 in the morning. Depends how things go here. Rest area.
Yay!
That's convenient.
It is approximately 1:20 in the morning. We are less than 100 miles from Buc-ee's, and our bodies are acutely aware that we last ate over 8 hours ago.
We made it.
Oh, it's even got a
it says Florence
sign that says Florence.
That is huge.
Yeah.
Look at all that.
It's like, what do they always boast, like over 100 pumps bathrooms. Or something?
Pumps, yes. Bathrooms are the main thing. Ta-da! 24 hours. Not a whole lot of people here. Have the whole place to ourselves.
The lion's share of a
puppy! Parking. We're not used to vlogging at 3 o'clock in the morning. We're gonna do our best. Oh my god. Dude. This is a whole thing. Holy moly. Look at all this stuff. Buc-ee's is like, it's his own line.
Oh yeah, the merch is real.
I've seen t-shirts before, I've not seen all of this. Goodness.
I've seen like bathing suits, towels.
Goodness, straws?
Everything. There's lunch boxes up there.
Oh, Buc-ee is a popular guy. Look at all these treasures. Coconut pie cup.
I have to get that.
I mean, wow, that's only $4.
I mean,
you're gonna pay 8 times that at Disney in just a few short hours. Busier than you would expect for 3 o'clock in the morning, but it is dope in here. It's also freezing. Look at all of these wonders. It just goes on and on. The Buc-ee sweet and savory, everything is its own. Like, Buc-ee is his own line. Everything here is manufactured in-house. Simply salted corny chips. Buc-ee 5 fire roasted pepper. Buc-ee hot sauces. Buc-ee fried pecans. Do we need ourselves a Buc-ee bar? I feel like we may need ourselves a Buc-ee bar. Milk chocolate and crispy rice. Are you kidding me? We got Buc-ee cozies. We got, ooh, this is cool. Buc-ee kids tray. But honestly, I don't think it's just for kids. I think this is an all ages tool. I could use one of these. It'd be a bit creepy to film in the bathrooms, but rest assured, they are huge, just as clean as advertised, and there are many stalls. You also have these giant hallways leading down to each bathroom, the women's and the men's, and throughout those hallways are pieces of art hanging on the wall, each and every one of them available for purchase at whatever price is listed. It's crazy to me to think that this many people are awake and moving at 3 o'clock in the morning, but I guess this is where they all come. I guess this is the hang spot. Buc-ee's. Okay, look how funny this is. It's a fun straw, and when you use it, your mouth turns into a little beaver mouth. I mean, it's ridiculous, but cute. Okay, folks, this is where the magic happens. 24 hours a day, they're cutting and priming new meat, fresh, to put on the sandwiches. We have all the hot food comes up on these platforms here. Unlimited supply. And really not that expensive either, wow. All right, that's pretty cool. That's magical. Look at all of the oh my God, they're all warm too. Like, I want them, even though we have peanuts in the car. I want a bunch of warm. Well, they're definitely different. Look at them, they're being made fresh.
We have like honey. We have honey barbecue peanuts.
Ours are terrible compared to these. There's like a whole operation here for fresh made fudge. This is like the Sweetery at Hershey Park, except for like on a much bigger scale. And then over here it becomes like a home goods store. Like, this place is nuts. It's the Buc-ee Mobile. So many Buc-ees. I know, there's a bunch, there's a giant one driving.
A giant one in the back.
Howdy! This is crazy. Adorable. All right, gotta be disciplined. We've got hot food in a basket. We've got still probably 6 or 7 hours to drive. Haven't checked yet. Gotta get moving. I get it. I do get it. Buc-ee's is cool. One thing I do need is caffeine, and like, desperately. We've been driving for 7 hours already and we've got a ways to go yet. Fortunately, because this is cool, don't get me wrong, like, it's cool that Buc-ee's has all their own sodas. I would ordinarily be very keen to try any of these, especially vanilla cream or vanilla cola. However, I have no idea if any of these are caffeinated. I kind of doubt it. Diet Cola. I mean, Dr. Pepper, we kind of know what's in that. But unfortunately, I may have to get a coffee. Ooh, Sunkist. I'm actually seeing some like brand name snacks over here, so I'm thinking maybe they might have some brand name colas in the fridges as well. Let me check real quick. Might be able to get Coke Zero or something. Aha! Saints be praised. We're good. We're golden. Get this in a coffee, call it a day. So when all is said and done, Coke, beaver nuggets, 2 sandwiches, warm nuts, and then 2 coffees. 1 iced, 1 non-iced. So if you ever wondered why you're always seeing people eat Buc-ees in their cars, it's because they do not have tables, inside or outside. It's a grocery store. Like, more than anything else, this is a grocery store. It's a gas station and a grocery store. They want you to come in, get your stuff, get moving, because there is no overnight parking allowed. We have police patrolling the area every so often to make sure that no one is overstaying their welcome. Because as big as this place is, I can imagine it gets pretty crowded. So what we're doing is gathering around this light pole here, downing all of this stuff, and then going back in for pins.
Yeah.
So what we got for me?
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Pulled pork.
Pulled pork. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this. I'll get a shot of it with the phone too, but.
Oh, here, I can be doing that.
Yeah, you can double up.
Oh man, I smelled that. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty strong.
This is your pulled pork.
Pulled pork.
Oof.
Pretty good. I mean, we saw him cutting all this meat
Every time
fresh.
I smell food, my stomach is like,
well,
feed me.
That's why we're here. This was part of the trip. We can go home now. It's so
3 a.m. 3 a.m.
close to 4 now, I think.
It's different.
It's like it's got a savory aftertaste, but it's a very sweet forward taste.
It looks like
you can have a bite if you want,
sauce, but it's not over sauce.
Exactly. It's not like dripping in barbecue. It's honestly, it doesn't taste as barbecue-y as some like barbecue pulled pork I have. It's more it's got like Jack Daniels. Like, it's good.
So maybe it's a bit. You know what it is? Because we're in the it's Carolina barbecue.
Yep. Carolina mustard style.
This is the chopped brisket.
You got the brisket, right?
Yep. Which is not the XL size.
I almost went in on the brisket, and then I backed out at the last second because the pulled pork looked better.
We can certainly have a bite
Oh,
of it.
I fully intend to have a bite. Is it the stuff of dreams?
I think it is.
4 a.m. hits different, just like we said. These are our warm pecans.
Cone of pecan.
Cone of pecan. What say you?
I think that was just sugar.
Oh. Bad first take. Once more.
It was tasty. That was a nut. That was just a clump of sugar.
You would think that they would all be nuts, but...
No, that was just a clump of candy. They are cooling fast.
That's why we wanted to come out and eat.
Oh, good. Sinful.
And of course, can always use Buc-ees as an actual gas station. First trip to Buc-ees, overall very successful. We've got 6.5 hours left to drive, 2 hours until sunrise. After 36 hours without sleep, 16 of them behind the wheel of a moving vehicle, we have finally made it to Jumbo House at the Animal Kingdom Lodge, and look at our Savannah view from our room. We won't be doing a room or resort tour on this particular visit because we've already done that as part of a previous series and not much has changed since. If you're interested in seeing that video, I'm pretty proud of it. I will link it in the description below and the comments just so you have the opportunity to check it out. What we will be doing on this trip is documenting our first time back at the parks in a long time, including new to us attractions, our first time ever at Discovery Cove, and probably a bunch of other stuff too that I can't remember because I'm way too tired.
We won't be shooting anything tomorrow because it is our anniversary and we would like to spend some time together without cameras. But we will be at Epcot on Monday, and because we are deluxe resort guests, we'll get to experience extended evening hours.
Until then, guys, thank you so much for joining us for what I can only assume was a very chaotic travel vlog. Got to experience Buc-ees for the very first time. I'm Tim.
I'm Katie.
And every day
is a new adventure.
And we'll see you again real soon.